So lock on,
Nice.
I think, as it was before. The dash is the greatest thing you'll ever see in a game.
R1 to attack with the right hand.
Yep. And then R2 is your heavy.
Right.
If you hold R2, you can get a charged heavy.
That if I push L1, I take a two-handed stance.
L1 actually switches your weapon, because all the weapons actually have secondary abilities.
So these are notes that are...
Yeah, see those creatures? When you play online, those creatures actually leave live notes. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. I remember you saying something about that. So, where am I trying to get to?
Out.
Crap.
There's this guy eating this other dude.
Do I have to try to kill him?
You won't be able to.
Then
just so you know that. There's nowhere else to go, so you maybe run past
him?
Yeah. Hold circle. Stairs and hit the door.
Ah, don't check your pockets.
It's like I need my mitts. So he will follow you out here, by the way.
So do I close the door behind me?
You can. It's just
crap.
open permanently now. I think he just bugged off, and he's like, "No, I'm good."
Ah. I keep...
The one thing that this game does really well is they have certain areas that are small, but they're level. So there's a lot of doubling back and unlocking doors to unlock other areas. And you're in this... Gosh, the game looks so good.
It does. It looks very gothic.
Oh, yeah.
Pushing the...
Yeah, it's not square, it's X.
Yeah. Now that is a heavy gate.
Oh, yeah. Now, if you look around, this city does not look like it's doing so well. If you see on the side there, there's a dead horse.
Carriage.
And behind you...
Carriage.
Or not behind you. Yeah, never mind. There are coffins
just laying around.
So it's like it's implied that the city actually has a lot of death problems. As of
There's a hat laying in the street.
A classy top hat down there. Guy, yeah.
Ah, crap.
Now try locking on him so we can practice our
dodge.
lock.
Like
yeah.
That. Okay,
now circle. It's so good.
Away! Away!
See how fast you're... So watch for him to swing, and then hit dodge to go to the outside. Dodge back or forward. Now if you don't want to fight him anymore since you've taken some damage, I'd bug it off. Lock off of him. Yeah. Now you're going to want to go off the direction he came from. Left.
So which way am I going?
Yeah, I'm just going to help you out here. Go right and up
This way?
there. Yeah, now head left. Left.
And left.
Yep. Now on the right you're going to see a switch there.
Okay.
Yeah, you're going to keep pulling weapons out. Don't go farther down there, other guys will You must pull this switch to move on. Either that or that. Now, see the ladder comes down, you can go to the left. Pull them away before you hit the ladder. And then hit X on the ladder and climb on up. So there are two outcomes. You can either get up that ladder and get to this thing, to head to the Hunter's Dream, or you could die and go to the Hunter's Dream. One of two things would have happened. The second thing happened. And here we are, on another load screen for Bloodborne.
Waiting for the load screen to finally get out of the way. So if you die, you wake up here?
Yeah, this is a Hunter's Dream. It's sort of where you go. Not necessarily when you die, but it's sort of this dream that hunters are attached to. There's not a lot of, that you know right now as to what it is. But it's this little world you go to. Now on your right are the headstones. And when you unlock, if you recall in Dark Souls there were bonfires.
Right.
The headstones on the right there lets you go to the quote unquote bonfires, but they're lanterns now. This guy sells you stuff. This is where you buy everything. There's no shops in Durham. It's just everything's bought here.
Alright.
And there's really, you don't have any blood echoes anyway, so there's nothing to buy.
No, because I died.
Yeah. But
I started out with the...
if you notice on the left, there's a creepy doll.
Random doll.
Oddly enough. Okay, this first guy will let you pick between the 3 starting items. They're like reaching out. Saw Cleaver has a really short distance for the first one, but it's really fast, and its secondary ability is a lot longer. Hunter's Axe is what I used from the beginning, and it is so good. Its secondary ability is really great. Threaded Cane, you fight with a cane and that turns into like a chain.
Right, I remember.
Yeah.
I see.
This guy gives you the option for firearms. In my opinion, the blunderbuss is better than the pistol. He gives this spread, and it's better for sort of interrupts, which is how I played. And these guys let you get a book so you can leave notes. But see, this how we're not playing online. Leaving notes doesn't mean anything. You can equip your weapon before you get in there. If you hit option, go to option.
Let's see, options. Then we can go to inventory.
Nope, don't go to inventory.
Okay.
So see those 4 boxes? Yeah, that's where you equip your arms. So there's Hunter Axe.
Okay.
The first 2 on the left are your weapons. The 2 on the right are the weapons in the other hand. Make sense?
Yeah, so I can have 2 weapons.
Yeah,
at
and
a
you can
time?
switch
And you
between them.
switch
So
between
if you
them.
had 2 on the D-pad, if you're standing there and you just hit right, it would switch to the other.
So I don't want to...
Yeah, that spends the bullets there.
Bullets,
See the
right.
silver bullets. So if you run out away from everything, so you have some space.
All right.
Now play with your R1 and start swinging, and you get combos. So it's more than just one big swing. So hit swing. You see, you're out of stamina. That's why you're only getting the one big swing. So you gotta let yourself restart.
There we go.
1. No, it's not just 1. You're doing R2s, right?
Oh.
R1's your fast attack. R2's
Gotcha.
your hard. Yeah, so that's a really nice combo, right?
Right.
And if you sort of keep mashing it, you do a fairly decent, quicker combo. R2 is going to be your harder attack, and then you can charge it, so try charging your R2. Boom.
Yeah.
Now here's the best part about this weapon. Hit
Okay.
L1.
Nice.
Now you've got range. Now the R1 is the best part. If you just go straight R1, you do a big wide swing. And the first one is always that big wide swing, so when you run into a big group of people, you do this big sweep out in front. The next thing, the R2 for that weapon is a big overhead. Or if you hold it, you do this big twirl, which takes out a lot of people, but it's a big overhead. The combo for the R1 is side, straight, and then jab. So if you do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, then chase them out. Now here's another of the coolest parts of this game. So switch back to the single. Try swinging once, twice, and then switching to the other.
Okay, so
swing
go one.
Yeah, see how he
Nice.
pulls it out and jabs? So you can actually have combos where you switch between lengths as you move, and all of the weapons do this, which is freaking awesome.
That is pretty cool. So this says I couldn't open the door.
You can. You're just hitting square all the time. The
is
door on the
close.
side by the doll or whatever will open it for you.
Would I just get close enough to the...
Well, you're on the other side. The doll's up on the left here.
No, I saw that. I was up here before.
You just got up there and then played with your weapon. You didn't open the door.
It says it's closed.
It's oh, well, I guess just head back to the first thing before we move
So
on.
I go here. And
Yeah. First
the
floor.
first floor. Sickly.
Yeah, where you started out. Now you have this werewolf, but you're equipped.
Now I can kill it.
You got a friggin' weapon. So it's your first test to see how well you do against this first enemy. Werewolves are pretty tough, but this first one's actually weaker than normal werewolves, so he's not going to be so hard.
He's infected with the dead flesh he's been eating.
Yeah, well, he's a werewolf. He's into that sort of thing.
Oh boy.
I'm into eating things and junk.
Yeah, it's like dogs.
So I love the R2. I love the extended
So go up here.
version. Lock on him. lock on makes it so much easier. And he's dead. Make sure you lock on, especially when you're focusing on one guy at all. Now, you don't want to use that when you actually have items because you're going to start blowing through them. So here's what the items do. Triangle, there's an item on your left there.
Yeah, I saw that.
Triangle will do your heal.
Okay, uses the
as this explains. Square uses that item. See how there's a blank box there?
Yeah.
That's actually where the items will go.
Okay.
Square will use it. Circle, roll, X is the select. Okay. So yeah. I guess this clinic has its own graveyard. For
That's
some
disturbing.
Yeah.
So yeah,
lock on him. Now you need to be comfortable with the dodging system because that's what the game is about. So if you look at my point, yeah, nice combination. So look what, see, he had your blood echoes. If he has that glowy eyes, it sort of is a blood echo thing.
Right.
It functions much like Souls and Dark Souls did.
Right.
One thing you learn, there are two guys down at the end of that alley, by the way. One thing you learn in this game is there's a lot of sort of dodging out of the way of swings and dodging away from stuff. You're just going to leave them be. You don't have to do anything. I'm trying not to tell you to do anything. I just let you learn. But if you get stuck, we don't want the game to be you wandering around.
Right.
And remember, the R1 does have more range, or the L1 switch. And does more damage. There are a lot of secrets in this game, so searching thoroughly is really useful. Like there.
How do I get back there?
Roll.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, there are a lot of breakables in this game you'll learn.
Molotov cocktails. Nice.
Now, if you go to options.
Go to options.
That bottom row is all the stuff that will show up on that square.
Okay,
so you're very much possibility of accidentally tossing that thing. Nice. You push down to switch between items that are there, but since you only have one.
Since I only have one.
And the only other way to go is up the ladder. I love that everything breaks in this. Well, not everything, but you know what I mean. A lot of it does.
A lot of stuff breaks.
It's like you can't break the pole, but you can break the box next to the pole. That sounds like a lovely feature. Yeah. If you look behind you, let's get a view of the city.
That doesn't sound encouraging.
If you look up and around. Oh. Doesn't this look like a really classy sort of Victorian era city that is just in the crapper? And doesn't this seem like the most evil of mid-afternoons you've ever seen?
Yeah, I know. It's like, oh, it's just depressing.
Yeah, there's your first lantern there. That's what they look like. You select it. Much like Bond.
There it goes.
I knew you were going to happen. Knew it was going to happen. It's a good thing the internet's not watching.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
And now you can actually use the lamp to travel back to the dream.
Go here and say, yes, I want to go to the dream.
And you have a few echoes if you want to spend them.
Right. Now, you get blood echoes every time you kill stuff, just like the Souls in Dark Souls.
Yeah. And it carries on with the whole theme of whatever it is, when you kill them, you sort of obtain what it is in their blood. And you can use it for things. It's a currency.
I can purchase...
You could if you had money. Or if you had enough. You could get this first early set. This first early set is actually decent. It's not super great, but it's actually decent.
The what?
The
yarn stuff?
Yeah, equipment. The armor. I wouldn't worry about buying healing items or something unless you run into a boss that's just too hard.
Right, and then you want to...
Well, it's one of those things where you keep dying and then you run out, and then you consider buying either that or go farm for more.
Right. Now, I can throw pebbles at targets. Awesome.
Weirdly enough, the pebble is super useful and not at the same time. It does no damage. It does like 1.
Uh-huh.
But if there's big groups of people you throw